Jeff Green here with one of our rising stars at Better Homes and Gardens Green Team Real Estate, Jimmy Cosenza. We're going to do a quick agent spotlight on him today. Just a couple things that are interesting about Jimmy. Already this year in 2024, by July 1st, he surpassed his production from 2023. Jimmy's only been in the business 3 years. He's in the top 10 in our company, and he was an entrepreneur prior. He shut his gun shop down 3 years ago this month, right, Jimmy?
Yes, 3 years ago.
So he's on a meteoric rise right now, so we figured we'd catch up with him on an agent spotlight. All right, Jimmy, so we're here at the Orange County Government Center, and you chose this spot. We were earlier at the memorial for first responders here in Orange County. So tell us a little bit about why you chose this location.
Well, as people may or may not know, I was a police detective for the city of Mount Vernon. I'm retired. I got out on a job injury, and I was on the board of the FOP. The memorial wall is for all the slain officers who died in the line of duty.
Okay, yeah. So a great cause. Thanks for bringing me here. I've actually never been to this memorial, so thanks for the opportunity. So Jimmy, my next question is, do you have an experience that, you've had happen in your career that has led to your success, something in particular?
Well, my main thing was being a mentee. I had a problem with the first mentor. We didn't get along, and my company, which is a great company, decided to switch my mentor, and we have been working together since. She's always there when I need to make a phone call or if I need help, and it just turned my whole business around.
And who is your mentor?
Chrissy Manny.
Manny.
She's actually our broker manager.
So Jimmy, as you can imagine, there's a lot of people constantly getting into the real estate industry. So what advice would you have for somebody who's just getting in?
For any new agent, I would pick a agency that has a mentorship program, because coming in, I tried it on my own for the first couple months, and you just can't function without knowing what you're doing in a business. Once you get a mentor, they're going to teach you the do's and don'ts and hows and whats, and it's going to make your life a lot easier.
And playing off that, what qualities would you say that your mentor had that were really important for you and your success?
Well, she was patient, and she was there when I had any questions, and she also took me on listing appointments, showings, inspections. So you get to learn the business from the ins and outs with a mentor.
Jimmy, last question on the mentorship program. Do you have something specific that you can remember, an experience, something that happened during your mentorship that really made a difference for you?
Oh, absolutely. I had a client who was very difficult, and no matter what I did, would give me a hard time and not listen to what I had to say to her. She just thought she knew more than I did. My mentor actually was there to walk me through it and work out the deal and close the deal.
Yeah, so she took the time to really help you get through the nuts and the bolts of the transaction that's so difficult sometimes.
Yes, especially when it got frustrating, and we wound up losing 5 deals because of the seller, but we wound up getting it done.
Wow, actually 5 deals you lost on that transaction? Wow, that's amazing. Good job, Chrissy and Jimmy.
Thank you.
You know that we talk a lot about working by relationship at Better Homes and Gardens Green Team, and I feel like you've done a really nice job with that. So, what would you say that you do to help build and maintain strong relationships with your clients?
I just try to stay on top of mind. I try to talk to my clients or friends or family. Just make sure you're out there and always be personable. Always let people know what you do. Don't be afraid to say, hey, I'm a realtor. If you need anything, please give me a call. If I can help you in any ways, if you need an electrician, a plumber, give me a call. Maybe I have somebody I can recommend.
It takes a little bit of courage, right? Each day you kind of just got to put yourself out there.
You just have to be yourself. To me, it's just being myself. Just talk to people and just, be myself.
Yeah, and then as far as maintaining those relationships, you and I, we've worked hard on getting your database put together, getting some email campaigns rolling. So the auto flows that you've got set up, I think, have helped you, have they not?
Absolutely, just keeping you at top of mind.
Jimmy, one thing that's definitely characteristic of you and a lot of other new people is that when you're kind of getting into the business, sometimes it's almost like you're a magnet for difficult clients and difficult transactions, because, you're building your business and you kind of got to work with everyone and everything, right? Every type of transaction. So, how do you handle rejection and difficult clients, and what's your secret to success with this?
Well, for me, it's been my whole life. I mean, my parents died when I was young, and basically I have it on my arm. It is what it is. All you could do is fix what you can fix. If it's not something you can fix, just let it roll off your back. Don't stress on the small stuff and just keep moving forward. Just keep going. Just don't stop, and the sun will come out tomorrow, and every day is a new day.
Yeah. So persistence really is the key, right?
Yes.
Yeah. I always like to say that in this business, I'm, going on my 20th year, going into my 20th year, I've always said to people, you have to have 3 things to be successful in this business. You have to have time, right? It takes a lot of time.
It definitely takes a lot of time.
And in your case, Jimmy, right? Like you had to basically sell your business to be able to go in full time to really make it work for you, right?
Yes, you can't do it part time. You have to commit, and especially for somebody who's just starting out, you have to be willing to put the hours in.
Right. And I think, look, most people start out in this business part time, so like you can do it, but from a long term perspective to do this part time, it's very difficult. So like the goal should be to get in at full time.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, part time is good to start because at least you'll have some income coming in, because it's not like you see a $1 million listing where they go out and they get these $1 million deals and close them. You're going to have to work for that.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah. So time is number 1. Number 2, I always say, is you have to have intellect. Like you have to have a good processor in your brain, because there's a lot of information that you have to process. It doesn't mean you need to be a rocket scientist. It doesn't mean you need an Ivy League education, because you don't, right? But you need to be smart and you need to be willing to educate yourself. Would you agree?
Absolutely. And don't be afraid to ask questions. You're not going to know it all. You definitely have to reach out to people and ask.
Right.
Because you don't want to give the wrong advice to your clients.
Right. And then, the third thing I always say, so time, intellect, and the third thing is persistence. And you just said it, at the top of this conversation. You cannot be somebody who's going to cower in the face of defeat or rejection or something like that. Like you got to keep going, right?
I'm the type of person that if you tell me I can't do something, it's getting done no matter what. Whatever I have to do, I get it done.
You seek the challenge. You love the challenge. Yeah, cool. All right, great. All right, so Jimmy, one thing I have is actually a Google document of my favorite quotes. So like, what's your one most important favorite quote that you have?
Well, it's basically the sun will come out tomorrow, or it is what it is.
Yeah.
That's the way I live my whole life.
It's literally written on your forearm.
Yes. I just do what I have to do, and I don't let the small things bother me, because if they do, you're going to get into a mindset that is going to affect your whole day.
Yeah, so keep on keeping on.
That's it.
Yeah, good. All right, let's have a fun one here, Jimmy. So if you could have dinner with any historical public figure, really anybody on planet Earth, alive or dead, who would it be?
For me, it's obvious. I mean, Frank Sinatra. I mean, I grew up, that's all I heard in my house. My mother loved them. I play Sinatra all the time in my car.
Yeah.
And, Frank is Frank.
Are you a Yankees fan?
Of course.
Yeah, what better?
I have a Yankees tattoo.
Oh, that's cool. That's great. That's great.
But definitely, if you could tell me I could meet one person that I've never met before, it would be Frank Sinatra.
Yeah, one of the things I love, and I just think is so cool, is when you go to Yankee Stadium and they win, lose, or draw, they're playing New York, right? By Frank Sinatra.
Absolutely.
And it's an awesome tribute to the city of New York, and just a really cool thing. So that's forever cemented in Yankee history.
Oh, 100%. Frank is New York.
Yeah, no doubt. All right, Jimmy, thanks so much for being here with me, taking some time to walk around the county courthouse. I had fun. I learned a lot about you today. Congratulations on all your current success, and good luck on the future. I have no doubt that you're going to keep climbing the ladder here.
Thank you so much, Jeff.
You got it.